price on the exact item. On sale at Harris Ace, get a Stanley retractable utility knife, regular price $9.99. It's now only $3.99 with the Ace Rewards card. And don't forget, Harris Ace is your place for Exmart mowers, Traeger grills, Yeti coolers, Costa Del Mar sunglasses, and your hometown Yellowwood pressure-treated dealer. Harris Ace Hardware on West Cherry Street in Jesup.
Time now for a look at the latest in local sports. In sports, high school football tonight at JC Stadium, Donaldson Madry Field. The Jackets host the Seahawks of Hilton Head Island. Kickoff 7:30. Admission price $8. Jackets ready to hit somebody besides themselves. Jackets have next Friday off and begin the regular season August 24th against Long County and Ludowici. Pre-game tonight here on Big Dog FM 105 will be at 7 p.m. Looking for a great crowd. Midnight Madness drew a tremendous crowd as excitement building for the season. One that begins with the scrimmage tonight against Hilton Head. Again, hope to see you at the stadium, but if you can't make it, we've got you covered right here on Big Dog Country, FM 105.5. It'll be following varsity girls softball today. North Cobb High School in time for a 4 o'clock start at the Barbara Strickhoff softball field. Pregame for the softball at 3:50. Girls currently 2-2 on the early part of the season. They get a big doubleheader tomorrow over in Tattnall County. Some other high school scrimmages in the area tonight. Pierce is at Charlton, Appleton County at Jeff Davis. Red Terrace at Glen Academy going down to take on Valdosta, and Clinches at Brantley County. Atlanta Braves in action over the weekend at home in Atlanta taking on Milwaukee. Game tonight on AM 1370. Braves lost to the Nationals yesterday afternoon by a final of 6-3. Phillies had the day off, so the Braves lost a half game. Now trail the Phillies by one full game heading into tonight's action. 12 NFL exhibition games. Jaguars at home. They got a new stadium name, TIAA Bank Field. Everbank apparently sold out to TIAA. Jaguars led all the way up until the end when a fumble led to a go-ahead touchdown for the New Orleans Saints. Saints win it by a final of 24-20. First offensive unit looked awfully good. Blake Bortles goes 6 for 9 in the opening drive, ran it in for a touchdown, give Jacksonville an early 7-0 lead. After that, Bortles went to the bench, and backup quarterback this year, former USC alum Cody Kessler, who played last year in Cleveland, now the backup in Jacksonville, had a nice outing. He goes 14-17 for 139 yards and a touchdown. After the game, WIFO Film caught up with Cody Kessler, last night's player of the game for Jacksonville.
Yeah, I liked it, man. It's been a while since I've been hit. Obviously last year I didn't play a whole lot in Cleveland, but got a couple games. But I played a lot as a rookie. So it was nice to go out there and get hit again, and kind of a little bit of a wake up call, and kind of get things going. But it was fun, man. I had a blast.
Looking at that chart, like I said, you got a big role in this team. You're strength quarterback, like I said, you look like you did a good job running the offense. Look like you're comfortable. So it looks like you played pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like I was saying, it's just messing up really helps, and I don't know, messing up or making mistakes, whatever you want to call it, but, repping those plays over and over again so you know what to do next time, you know how to fix it next time, I think really helps, and having that comfort level after getting, countless reps and OTAs and now, and training camp going out there tonight, just felt really comfortable knowing what, I've done wrong or right with this play before in this situation, allowed me, I think, to play a lot faster, and especially just being the first game.
And how much has Blake helped you since you've been here?
Oh, tremendous. Yeah, it's been nice, obviously, and getting to throw with Blake. We train together in the off-season, throw together out in California, so it's been nice to really pick his brain and get everything, And the coolest part about Blake is, he's not one to do his own thing or hold you off or anything like that. He's, there to help me every step of the way, and then any question I have, he's there to answer it. So that's helped me tremendously.
Seems like you're fitting in pretty good. You like Jacksonville?
Oh, I love it, man. Yeah, it was nice, fresh start and a new team, and these guys. The coolest part, that's what I tell my friends, and family. They're just, how's it there? And I said the tight knit group in the locker room, how close everybody is, how much everyone plays for one another, respects each other, and really appreciates one another's work is something that's awesome for me, and I'm just happy that I'm still working my way in, but they've accepted me so far.
Okay, good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Again, those comments about quarterback Cody Kessler. We'll have more from the Jaguar locker room next week here on Local Sports. 12 NFL games played last night. Again, players protesting the national anthem remains in the news. In Jacksonville last night, 4 players of the Jaguars remained in the locker room, didn't come out for the anthem. Their linebacker Telvin Smith, cornerback Jalen Ramsey, running backs T.J. Yeldon and Leonard Fournette. Coach Doug Marrone was asked in the press room about that. He said he didn't even know about it until after the game. Asked for his thoughts about them not coming out for the national anthem, Marrone said that he himself will always stand with his hand over his heart for the anthem. He says those that don't, he said, simply have to answer to the fans and to the media as to why they won't stand. Again, 12 games last night in NFL. The Jaguars again at home tonight. The Falcons are in action taking on the Jets. Other games last night, the Carolina Panthers beat the Buffalo Bills 28-23. Pittsburgh over Philadelphia 31-14. Tampa Bay 26, Miami 24. Bengals over the Bears 30-27. Browns beat the Giants 20-10. Ravens 33, the Rams 7. Patriots over Washington 26-17. Texans down Kansas City 17-10, and Indy beat Seattle 19-17, and the Niners beat the Cowboys last night 24-21. PGA Championship underway. It's the last major in the golf season of the year. Again, the leaderboard is at -6, and it's a guy named Gary Woodland. Ricky Fowler's at 5 under. Dustin Johnson's at 3 under. Tiger Woods shot even par after day one. Again, it goes till Sunday when they'll name the champion. That's going to do it. Again, we've got a softball, football doubleheader for you this afternoon. Varsity girls softball game at 4 o'clock against North Cobb. Then Wayne County scrimmage in football against Hilton Head, both here on Big Dog Country, FM 105.5. That's going to do it for the latest in local sports. Sports brought to you each and every day at this time by your friends at Harris Ace Hardware.
When you have an accident, you, not the insurance company, chooses the body shop, and you only need one estimate. All you have to do is call Jerome Riles at B&C Collision Center in downtown Scriven to deal with the adjusters and insurance company. Whether it's a little ding or a major crash, that B&C Collision Center across from Wasden Cabinet Shop in Scriven, deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. Call them at 579-2274. That's 579-2274.
This is Charles Huffman at Jesup Housing Outlet. If you haven't been to Jesup Housing Outlet lately, you're missing out on a large selection of new and exciting floor plans from the nation's top manufacturers like Clayton, Fleetwood, Scott Built, and Homes of Merit. All of our homes feature modern kitchens and appliances, R60 and higher insulation values, thermopane windows, and energy-efficient heat pumps. We have 2 locations to serve you, 2452 Savannah Highway in Jesup and Highway 301 South between I-16 and the bypass in Statesboro. Come see Charles, Faye, or Sheridan today.
WIFO-FM Big Dog Country at 7:59, getting ready for the world-famous Butch and Bob show. TIAA Bank Field.
Yep, I didn't know that. They said it just sold 2 weeks ago. They changed the name. They already got up on the stadium.
Okay.
But I asked them, is it TIA? They said, no, you have to say TIAA Bank.
Okay. So I was just thinking, what does TIAA stand for? The only thing I could come up with was thanks in advance, airheads.
I don't think it stands for that.
I looked on their website. It didn't say what TIA, but it was founded in New York City in 1918. So it's been around for 100 years. I've never heard of TIAA.
I thought it meant Trust in America.
Trust in America. What does the other A stand for?
I'm not
you
going there.
You can't say that. Oh, that's what I was thinking. You can't say that. Great minds think alike, don't they? All right.
It's a family show.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But I didn't realize they changed the name.
Yeah.
I said, when did they do that? And they said, they just sold a couple weeks ago.
All right. Sports today, doubleheader 3:50 and 4 for softball, and then the scrimmage, the pregame at 7. Should have enough time to be able to pack up and move on down the street.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. I said the softball game should be by 6 o'clock, and you have plenty of time to get over to the football field and get ready for the pregame at 7.
Give you the charger for the computer so you can plug it in between games and give it a little boost there, because that heat takes a toll on the equipment, and it's going to be another scorcher today. All right, quick update from Fox News Radio, then the world-famous Butch and Bob show on this Friday morning. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, 8 until noon, Scott Shannon has America's Greatest Hits. It's the True Oldies channel all weekend long. Braves on AM 1370 tonight, back in action versus, is it San Diego? No, Milwaukee. Milwaukee.
In Atlanta.
11 games in 10 days. We'll have them for you tomorrow and Sunday right here on WIFO. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Turn the plane around. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. A federal judge ordered that, and a mother and daughter who had just been deported are back in the U.S. this morning. Fox's Rachel Sutherland, live in Washington.
Dave, U.S. District Judge Emmett Sullivan threatened to hold Attorney General Jeff Sessions in contempt if the mother and daughter were not returned to the United States right away. The two were deported in the middle of appealing their removal. The mother is a plaintiff in an ACLU lawsuit filed over immigrants seeking asylum due to domestic and gang violence in their home countries. The Homeland Security Department told Fox News that upon arrival in El Salvador, the woman and her child did not disembark and were promptly returned to the United States. Dave.
Rachel, President Trump's in-laws are now Americans. First Lady Melania's parents were sworn in yesterday as naturalized citizens. Trump critics point out they came here under her sponsorship and have been living as legal permanent residents, a chain migration process the president's trying to end. There's a lot of wildfire worry east of L.A.
We've never been through this, and we just kind of been here. We're not leaving, and hopefully keep our house standing.
But about 20,000 others are under evacuation orders in Orange and Riverside counties. That fire's barely contained. It's burned 10,000 acres. The too close to call primary race for governor is getting tense in Kansas as Chris Kobach's lead over his fellow Republican incumbent is down to 121 votes.
Governor Jeff Collier says his GOP opponent Chris Kobach could be unduly influencing the process and should stop advising election officials. As Kansas Secretary of State, part of Kobach's role is to oversee the voting process. Collier is leery about any access Kobach might have to individual ballots that are mailed in.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. No reaction from President Trump yet, but there were 2 more kneelers during the national anthem last night during an NFL preseason game. 2 players for the Dolphins took a knee. This is Fox News. Fair and balanced.
Murphy's Builder Supply is where you need to go for all your home improvement projects and hardware needs. They've been serving folks in this area since 1946. Murphy's offers some products and services that you may not know about. They now sell ammunition, both bullets and shells. Murphy's also sells personalized tags for dog collars. They build customized screens for windows and doors. Murphy's can rekey locks, and of course they can make keys. They cut glass for windows, plus Murphy's has monthly door buster specials. Check their Facebook page to see what's on sale. Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
Andrew Cuneo here. It's summertime in South Georgia, and the only thing hotter than being outside is the hot deals at Mike Birch Ford. With up to $12,000 off new F-150s, there's no better time than now to purchase the truck of your dreams. So stop the search and call Mike Birch Ford today. Andrew Cuneo here. It's summertime in South Georgia, and the only thing hotter than being outside is the hot deals at Mike Birch Ford. With up to $12,000 off new F-150s, there's no better time than now to purchase the truck of your dreams. So stop the search and call Mike Birch Ford today.
Jesup Premium Storage, 1455 South 1st Street is Jesup's best place to store your valuables. Whether it's furniture between moves or just a place for the overload, call Jesup Premium Storage at 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jesup Premium Storage units are indoors, climate controlled, and they have 24-hour surveillance and on-site management. You have 24-hour, 7-day-a-week access to your unit. Sizes range from 5x5 to 10x25. They also have outside covered and uncovered spaces available for vehicles, boats, trailers, and RVs. Jesup Premium Storage on the Waycross Highway in Jesup.
And good morning. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup. Big Dog Country, WIFO FM, Jesup, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. It is a Friday morning. You've just about make it to the weekend. All kinds of great stuff going on. And well, Bob and I'll talk about it in just a few moments. Mostly sunny and hot today. High today of 95, heat index of 106, low tonight of 74. Tomorrow, partly sunny and hot, high of 95, 40% chance of showers with a high, heat index of 105 tomorrow. Then on Sunday, mostly sunny and hot. So hot, 95 today, 95 tomorrow, 95 on Sunday, heat index over 100. The automotive level's at 9.4 feet and falling. And it is now time for the world-famous Butcher Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Jesup Premium Stores, located out here on the Waycross Highway, and by Murphy Builder Supply, located on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
You awake this morning?
Barely, but I'm
barely. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you went down to Jacksonville to that name of the new stadium down there, no longer Everbank.
No longer Everbank. It's TIAA Bank.
TIAA. All right.
Jonathan, nobody can tell me what it stands for, but it apparently stands for something. But
it had to stand for something at one time, TIAA. Well, it's just like we call BB&T Bank. It stands for something, but everybody calls it BB&T. But that's TIAA. So it's the owner of Everbank now, right?
Everbank sold out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They own it now. Yeah, TIAA bought Everbank. So there's no more Everbank. It's TIAA. Right. So a bigger bank bought out a big bank. Okay, and then a Goliath bank will come out and buy the bigger bank.
Hopefully with a better name. Everbank sounded good.
Yeah, Everbankville, right there on the banks of the St. Johns River in downtown Jacksonville. TIAA. Now it's TIAA. TIAA.
It was a good crowd getting in the park. I didn't realize the game was at 7. I thought it was 7:30, so I got caught in traffic. So, but got there. It was good. Got some good interviews. Talked to some young kids trying to make the team. Talked to this kid named Quentin Meeks, a cornerback out of Stanford. Had a good game, almost had an interception, but had a good interview with him. I said Bortles came to the press room, as did Coach Marone. Of course, he got hit with a question about the national anthem because 4 players didn't come out of the locker room, which is disappointing. But couldn't find 3 of those 4 guys. Only Telvin Smith spoke, but he really didn't have anything to say. They don't. I mean, it's like they don't even know why they're doing it. I mean, it's gotten so.
Think about it, they're just doing it just to be doing it. They don't know why.
They don't have any.
Why you do? I don't know. It just seems like the cool thing to do.
Just sad.
I don't know, but
they're losing that PR battle. But anyway,
well, I like what he had to say. They have to answer to the fans and to the media. Tell the fans why you're doing it. They don't understand. But we're not going to get into that. This is our 3rd, 4th year of it, and I'm tired of talking about it. BB&T Branch Banking and Trust. Someone just texted that in. We know BB&T stands for Branch Banking and Trust. Now we just got to find out what TIAA stands for. Been around 100 years, apparently the bank has. And now the big name is up on the stadium already.
It's on. Yeah, they got signs everywhere telling you the new bank.
All right.
But the big story down there, getting ready for the big concert down there Sunday, September 2nd. Kid Rock. Jason Aldean and Leonard Skinner going to be.
What a band! What a band!
They built that brand new outdoor complex.
Yeah, Daly's Place or something like that. Yeah, I get emails on that all the time. It's right next to it, that big white tent-looking thing.
It's a beautiful place. So, looking forward to that concert on the 2nd of September. Labor Day weekend.
All right, someone just sent in. John B just sent in. Not that B, another B. Okay. TIAA, Teachers, Insurance, and Annuities. Okay, so that's what it stands for. Out of New York City, Teachers, Insurance, and Annuities. TIAA. We'll just stick with TIAA. That's a lot easier to say. Hey.
We'll just say home of the Jaguars.
Well, they pay big bucks to that, and so, you're supposed to say wherever the Jags play, you're supposed to say TIAA Field.
I'm sure it's all
or stadium or whatever.
About the money, so.
Yeah, well, they pay all that money for their name to be on there, so when the media talks about it and say the Jacksonville Jaguars play at TIAA Stadium, then you're supposed to slap that in there, Bob. Yeah. So, you get a chance to talk to a lot of these young guys that are there, and a lot of them won't be there at the end of August. You just know the emotions they must be going through every day, wondering if they're going to make that squad.
It's going to be interesting what they do with the quarterback situation. I mean, Cody Kessler had a good game yesterday, but, doesn't have a lot of experience. They lost their veteran, Chad Henne, that was a backup for years. So, be interesting to see. The youngster from Nebraska didn't look too good last night, so he's the third-string quarterback. So, I'm sure they're going to be looking at, it'll be interesting what the quarterback pecking order is after Bortles. Does Kessler solidify himself as number 2? Do they go find number 3, or do they stick with the rookie from Nebraska? So They claimed last night he was nervous because he was playing from his home crowd or hometown. He's from New Orleans, and they played the Saints last night.
It's not playing in front of your home crowd.
Playing in front of his. That's what Bortles was trying. They were asking why he had such trouble, but Bortles was saying he was nervous because he was playing in front of his hometown fans, I guess, New Orleans. He's from New Orleans, so anyway.
Okay. Well, Sarah, apparently somebody just woke up and heard the news. I see county millage rate is going up. So they might have been sleeping for a day or two.
We're in the cave for last
Well, some people just don't keep up with the news real close there, Bob, and then suddenly they hear, it's a tentative suggestion by the county council. I saw some emails that came in this morning. There are going to be some talking about it at their next get-together. So it's a tentative thing.
They're meeting Monday.
Monday, yep. And so if you have questions or comments about it, the county council will be meeting on Monday. And where do they meet, Bob?
County Commissioner's meeting room.
At the County Commissioner's meeting room.
Don't ask me the address.
It's right there on Walnut Street, between Walnut Street and Pine Street, right before you get to the post office there on the left. Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay, someone just texted me. A friend says, ask Bob if he's heard any news on T.Y. McGill. Haven't heard. Well,
he's in Kansas City's camp.
He's in Kansas City camp?
Yeah,
okay.
He's with the new team, but I said I think they lost their game last night. If I get the scores right, but I have not I said I just got back late last night from Jacksonville and put
So McGill's with Kansas City now?
Yeah, he's with Kansas City.
Okay.
Let's see.
So you haven't heard any of the latest news on that?
Kansas City lost 17-10 to Texans, but like I said, it's preseason, so I'm not sure. But we can check the website, see if but that's where he's at. I said at the TY camp, a lot of people saw him at the camp. He ran a successful camp. A lot of kids enjoyed that. So
yeah. And who was he playing with before he started with Kansas?
Indianapolis. But then he went to Cleveland, and now he's with Kansas City.
Okay. And what position does he play?
Defensive line.
Defensive line.
A tackle. Right?
Yeah. Played for Wayne County several years ago. Great player.
So I'm sure he'll make that roster. And I said I think Kansas City's a better fit for him, better team. So
okay.
Anytime you get out of Cleveland, the mistake out of late. You just see the big smile on Cody Kessler's face last night. Oh, I'm out of Cleveland. But Cleveland's new quarterback, Baker Mayfield, looked good last night. Threw a couple of touchdowns. So they say he's not starting. I don't know why, but Baker Mayfield thinks he'll start before the end of the season over in Cleveland. But they went out and got Tyrod Taylor from Buffalo, and the coach for some reason keeps stressing that Tyrod Taylor's their starting quarterback. But they drafted Baker Mayfield #1, and Baker Mayfield believes he can be the #1 quarterback. And he showed it last night. Looked awfully good. So the debate's probably already underway in Cleveland. So, but it's still Cleveland.
Why is Cleveland like it gets all the jokes, Well, it just everybody kind of makes fun of it and that kind of stuff.
I was listening to AM 1370 Fox Sports yesterday.
Our AM station, folks, Fox Sports.
Cleveland
Sports
Browns, their last 9 #1 picks, not even on the roster.
9.
How bad can it be?
Now, how bad can you pick? I mean, I think I changed my picker.
You're going to miss 1 or 2, but 9 in a row, 9 #1 picks in the last 9 years, all have been
not even on the roster.
Duds. Didn't pan
How
out.
do you do that? I mean,
that's called
you get the #1 pick each year practically.
Exactly.
You got all those players to choose from. You can go out there and get the hoss, man, the stud, the guy that can really put it together. And you go off and make 9 bad picks.
And Johnny Manziel is one of them. Remember Johnny Manziel?
Oh, yeah.
Playing in the Canadian League.
Yeah. They said he looked terrible up there.
What did he throw? 6 interceptions in that game?
Yeah.
But anyway.
And once you stay out of playing for a few years, it's hard to get that.
Baker Mayfield, they may have hit a home run with him. I said he gave Georgia fits in that Rose Bowl.
Yes, he did.
The guy's a player.
Yeah.
So. But he looked good last night in his debut in the NFL.
Yeah. But we still beat him.
Kid's got a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Beat him in overtime. That was a great game. I went back and watched that game. I had that game on DVR. I realized how good that game was. That was a great game.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was.
SEC Championship game, I got that ended up badly. That was a good game, too. But
which one? The last year's?
Yeah, the championship game. No, we lost to Alabama.
No, we lost the national championship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, the national championship.
I thought you said the SEC championship.
No, I said the national championship.
Okay, I misunderstood you then. Right. Yeah, we won the first half, lost the second half, and that's what counts. The whole game. Somebody wants to know, Bob, are the dogs ready?
Dogs are ready.
They're ready.
In fact, there's my friend in Jacksonville who's we got this friend down there for years. He's a diehard Steeler fan, so we both have that in common, but he's a diehard Gator. And he even admitted last night, he said he didn't want to hear anything about Georgia, Florida for the next 5 years because he knows his team's not going to beat Georgia. He's done conceded the next 5 years.
He's already conceded?
He said Georgia's got Kirby Smart, and Kirby's got the blueprint from Saban, and he's loaded with talent. So he said he didn't want to talk about the Georgia-Florida game this year. He said,
Georgia's playing. I don't know if I've ever even heard of this college before. Austin P. Governors?
Yep.
Where in the world is Austin P from, and why are they called governors? What did he say?
Tennessee, and he was a governor.
Oh, so Austin P was a governor of where? Tennessee. So they're from Tennessee somewhere. Okay. Do they have over 1,000 students?
I don't know. We talked about that. I asked Jonathan what kind of mascot they have. That guy in a suit looks like a governor. I don't know. So, I don't know.
Well, then we turn right around the next weekend, and after Labor Day weekend, we play the Gamecocks at South Carolina.
Right. That'll be a key SEC game right off the bat. It's a tough place to play in Columbia. They got it.
On William Bryce Stadium there. With those imposing high lights that they go far up in there. You can see those lights above that stadium way before you even get near it.
Hopefully the weather's going to cool down before that, because I remember a couple of days they all stick Georgia way up in the nosebleed sections on the one side. Mm-hmm. And when that sun is it's just brutal.
I'm sure it is.
Hot in William Bryce Stadium.
I thought they usually played their early games at night. Of course, it all has to do with TV. Whenever TV wants it, that's when they play.
I'm sure the time's already been. I think it's a 3:30 kickoff.
No, so you will be in the sun.
If my memory is right, I believe it's already been set for 3:30 kickoff.
As a Jacksonville Jaguar affiliate, we get a couple of free tickets every single year, along with club seat passes and parking pass and stuff like that. And every year they've mailed us these big old tickets to us. We've got these big old tickets, and then we've got the club seat passes also, and the parking passes, and it's all in one big envelope, nice and printed on heavy paper, and looks good and glossy and all that. The way that I have to do it now, Bob, I had to call them up yesterday because I got the email from them. I said, what do I do here? I said, y'all mail me the parking passes. How do I get my tickets offline? Do I get them and print them or whatever? She says, no, it's completely done by an app on your smartphone. And so she walked me all the way through it. And so on my phone is an app for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then I go to a certain site there, and there are the tickets. And then when I get up to the gate, I hit barcode, and they scan it. So no printed tickets, no printed club seat tickets. The only thing I got printed is the parking passes. Now that's totally different. Man, if I didn't have a smartphone, I don't know what in the world I'd do. But, you have to hold it up there and then read the barcode, so it's all on your phone. Everything's on your phone, all the tickets, all the club seat passes, and all that. All right, Bob, there is the mascot right there for the Austin Peay Governors. He does look like a governor.
Looks more like Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, it does kind of look like Colonel Sanders, doesn't it? With a big tall hat, like that. And what kind of mustache do they call that? You have any idea? There's a name for it. I can't think of it. It's just one of them big, huge mustache.
Jonathan's saying what it is.
What is it, Jonathan? Huh? Handlebar. That's right. Handlebar, mustache. Oh, Lord, I just hit off on the screen there. Let's see here. It looks like he's got the little soul patch below his lip there, lower lip. He got a soul patch. And it looks like he's got an eye patch over his left eye there, too. It's one of them. What now? It's a monocle. Yeah, so he's got a monocle on. He's got a monocle on, a big black top hat with a red band around it, red jacket on, just part of a jacket. Yeah, it looks more like a symbol than it does a jacket. With that soul patch, handlebar, mustache, and a monocle over his left eye. So the Austin Peay Governors.
I had dinner at a store last night. We went to Jacksonville. Took Grant Lewis with me, going to the metal detectors, and he beeps. So
he does?
Grant. So Grant had a pocket knife in his pocket.
Oh, Lord, you can't do that.
And most times they take it, But Grant was about to ditch it, and luckily one of the police officers went over and said, that looks like a keepsake. Yeah, he said, I've had it a long time. He said, well, I'll tell you what to do. He said, see that palm tree over there? He said, just go over there and bury it by that palm tree, and just when you get back, you can pick it up. So at least he didn't take his pocket knife, so that was pretty nice of the guy. So, but I didn't realize what was going on. I got through the metal detector, and I looked over, and all of a sudden Grant's walking back. I said, what happened? Where's he going? And this lady standing, I said, what's happening to my friend? She says, I don't know, he's your friend. I said, well, yeah, but he's not coming through the metal. Where is he going?
They're taking away.
I didn't know what was going on, but I've had friends of mine go. They've had that happen to them. They've gone to stadiums where they just forgot they had the knife.
It's like me. I got my pocket knife in here.
And they wind up making you throw it away. So
any good Southern man has a pocket knife in his pocket.
It's like at the airport. They just
you don't think about it.
They make you ditch things instead of keeping it. So, but that was nice of the officer to take him to the side and say, "Look, it looks like a pretty nice keepsake. You need to, I'll throw that away. You need to put it over there and just get it when you come out." So that was pretty nice of him to do that.
That happened to me at Wild Adventures years ago after 9/11. That next season, I'm just walking down. I have a pocket knife in my pocket all the time. Just walking there, I had to walk all the way back to the car and put it in there and walk back.
That's what I told him. I said,
you just don't think about it.
I told him we could take it back to the car. He said, no, you just put it over there. So, but like I said, we were running late because I thought the game was at 7:30, and the game kicked off at 7 o'clock, which was good as far as time was. It wasn't too bad getting back, but you got stuck in traffic.
Okay. Someone just texted in. Always you can text questions and comments into our regular business line, 427-3711, 912-427-3711. Our main business and studio line is text enabled, so you can text stuff in, and it just pops up here on the screen at 912-427-3711. Someone just texted in. The Austin Peay and South Carolina games are at 3:30.
Both of them 3:30.
3:30. I'm surprised the Georgia game is at 3:30.
I'm sure the Georgia game's televised, the first one on the SEC network, and CBS probably has the 3:30 game against Carolina. I think all the Georgia games pretty much going to be on TV like they were last year, so it's going to be a big season. Hopefully they got the stadium ready by now. A friend of mine down in Jacksonville said he went to Athens during media day, and he said the stadium wasn't, you can't really get much access to the stadium.
What are they doing to it?
They're revamping the whole stadium on the
they're moving the
when they're walking the dog. Yeah, they're going to walk right into their new locker room. And
that's right. So, the locker room's going to be on the other side under the bridge instead of the far side of the railroad track.
First time the team comes out of that side of the stadium, so it's going to be kind of different. So I saw where, on the other side where they used to come out, they used to have the big old granite bulldog.
Right.
They moved that, and that's a big controversy.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. It got moved out of the stadium. Yeah,
because the people that donated that big bulldog, I can't remember what the name of the town was, but they are irate because they don't like where they moved it. So
yeah, I heard about that. That they go off and make out big donation. It's right there. It's part of the stadium. It's part of the tradition, and then boom, it's stuck outside the stadium. I don't know who in the world made that decision.
Been there since 2002, so they're not real happy where they moved it to. And I'm not sure where they moved it to. I think they moved it outside the stadium.
Yeah, outside the stadium.
You're going to come in the dog walk right there by that building, but they're not happy. So big controversy up in Athens. They're taking a lot of heat for that.
Well, the thing about it is everybody's not at the dog walk. Most people who go in the stadium don't go through that area. So, unless you go through that area, you won't even know that that's there.
And just hope they get the stadium ready by week one.
Well, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Okay, another person text in. Does Bob know anything about Hilton Head, South Carolina, coming to our town tonight? Do anything about the team? What kind of team are they?
Going to be a good team. Coach Creed was in here the other day talking about they've got several Division I athletes. They got one of the best defensive backs in the country. So it's going to be a fun game. Should be fun. And I say it's just good to be able to hit somebody besides yourselves. And that's just like Cody Kessler said last night. You go through practice, it's one thing, but when you get in a live situation, that's what you want. You want live competition. So that's why these scrimmages are set. You get one at the end of the school year, and you get one before the season begins. But Wayne County's again going to have to sit by next week and just watch everybody play, and then go to Ludwig the following week. So after the scrimmage, we got 2 weeks to get ready for the first game. So Coach Cripps says it's going to be a pretty good competitive team, so it should be fun. I'm looking for a big crowd. Like I said, the Midnight Madness crowd was tremendous.
Yeah, we should have a big crowd tonight. I know it's scrimmage, but still, it's
a lot of excitement, a lot of talent. I said it's just knock on wood, just get through the scrimmage without anybody getting hurt. That's what you hope for.
Yep.
So. But it should be a fun game.
So Wayne County, Hilton Head, at JC Stadium tonight there on Donaldson Madry Field. Kickoff is at what time, Bob?
7:30.
7:30. And our coverage will begin at
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Softball game.
Okay, we got the softball game first. And Wayne County's playing here?
North Cobb.
North Cobb here at home.
I wonder Matt Moody's coming. Matt Moody took a new job. He's the high school principal now at North Cobb High School.
He is?
He was the AD for years at Kennesaw with Justin Fields, and knows Justin Fields real well, knows that family, and knows Kirby pretty well because Kirby pretty much lived at Kennesaw High School recruiting Justin Fields. But he took a new job at North Cobb High School, so I wonder if he's going to make a trip with the girls' softball team, come back home. I'd like to see him, but
it's been a long time since Coach Moody been here.
Yeah, he used to coach soccer here years ago.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Coach Moody, Coach Harvard, as they call him.
I thought he was the one that was coach. Why would they call him Coach Harvard?
As a young kid, he thought he was going to go to Harvard.
Oh, he did? He thought he was going to Harvard?
Kept sending applications to Harvard. Patty Bryant calls him Coach Harvard. Had big dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, think big. That's what I like about it.
Yeah. Well, we did have a former West Wayne County that went to Yale. Yeah. Don't know what she's up to these days, but yeah, she went to Yale. She was one of them went to Ivy League.
But now is the principal at North Cobb High School.
Mm-hmm. Well, good. And then moved up from the coaches rank to the the management area.
AD. He was the AD for years at Kennesaw. So,
okay.
And now he's a high school principal.
All right. Well, maybe he'll make it. I don't know
what he's thinking, but anyway.
Thinking about that money.
That's
what he's thinking about.
I understand.
He's thinking it's always about the money, honey. We always talk about that here on the Butch and Bob Show. Follow the money trail, follow the story.
Good guy.
Follow the money trail, follow the motivation.
I still remember that trip we went to New Orleans. Me, him, and his dad, Kermit, when Georgia played Hawaii. That was a good trip. Had a great time.
You went where?
To New Orleans.
New Orleans?
Yeah. That was the first time I've been to New Orleans after the hurricane came through, Katrina. So it was pretty. Still saw a lot of devastation there, but downtown area was good. New Orleans.
Yeah.
I like New Orleans. I said my family lived in New Orleans for years. We got to go back there every summer. Just a lot of fun. A lot of good memories. But
a lot of good memories there in New Orleans?
I'm disappointed they took down Jackson statue at Jackson Square, though. I was talking to a girl that works for the New Orleans newspaper and asked her, I said, is it true they took down Jackson Square? They took the statue down. She said, yeah. I said, what do they call it then? They don't call it Jackson Square.
Why did they take Jackson down?
Because the Confederate, all those, they said they took all kinds of statues down there in New Orleans.
Oh.
Just like they're trying to talk about they're going to
erase the history.
Stone Mountain. So
yeah,
hope they don't ever do that. Just sad, but whatever. But I can't believe. I'm just glad I got the pictures. I mean, like I said, we used to go down to Jackson Square every Sunday after church, go to Cafe du Monde and get those beignets and coffee. I mean, that was just a tradition when we were in New Orleans. Every Sunday, go to church, drive downtown, Jackson Square, Cafe du Monde, get the beignets and coffee, and just walk around the square, watch all the artists and all the. And it's just a beautiful place in New Orleans. But they're taking all the color. I just wonder what they call it now. They don't call it Jackson Square. They can't call it Jackson Square.
Which Jackson was it named?
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson?
Yeah.
I thought he was Revolutionary War, 1812 or something like that. He wasn't.
I don't think so.
Oh. That was Civil War? I thought Andrew Jackson was at War of 1812. Stonewall Jackson, that's a whole different ballgame.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I just know it's Jackson Square. Got a big statue.
Stonewall Jackson, yeah. That was Civil War, yeah. Well, Bob, you're going to have a busy day. You got softball game, football game, all that kind of stuff going on.
It'll be fun. I said I'm looking forward to the scrimmage. I said, Wayne County fans are getting excited. Coaches don't want to talk about, how they kind of they got the coaches mentality, one day at a time, one game at a time.
Right.
But there's a lot of optimism for this football team in this season. It's going to be a good year, I promise you.
Okay.
I'm still saying first round state playoff game right here in JC Stadium.
Okay. Bob's prediction.
November 2nd against Ward County will be for the region championship.
Okay.
So mark that game. If you only come to one game, that's the game you want to come to.
We'll go to all of them. All right, Bob, have a great day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup. Also brought to you by Jesup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway and Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. Coming up in just a little bit, you're going to have a chance to win a family 4-pack, 4 tickets to Wild Adventures Park over in Valdosta. That's coming up soon, so keep tuned in for your chance to win. 105.5 FM in Jesup, yes, and all games will be broadcast. That's right. We'll broadcast all the Wayne County games, including the scrimmage game tonight and the softball game this afternoon, right here on 105.5 FM. You can also hear them around the world on our website at BigDogCountry.com and on your smartphone. All you got to do is go to your favorite app store, type in Big Dog, WIFO. Follow the instructions. The Big Dog logo will come up there on your phone, and you can click on it to hear the morning show between 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Also, Wayne County softball, football, baseball, other local programming. And when we're not doing all that, we're streaming our AM station down our app, Fox Sports Radio, 1370 on your AM dial, The Buzz WLOP. Time now is 8:31. Let's check in the latest news from Fox News Radio. All right, here we go again. With this computer, not doing doggone thing, just sitting here. Let's see here. Let's try it again. All right, let's hit it again. There we go.
Thousands more homes are threatened by a wildfire in Southern California. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. This one's called the Holy Fire, burning in Orange and Riverside counties.
You hope it's kind of fading out, and it kind of went up and down, faded out, came back, and now it just hit hard and flashed right through.
20,000 people are under evacuation orders. A local man is charged with starting the fire and could face life in prison if convicted. The North Korean government is expressing some frustration about relations with the United States since Kim Jong-un's summit with President Trump. Fox's Simon Owens on that story.
Chris, North Korea's foreign ministry saying the country has made a series of goodwill gestures, but the United States continues to follow an outdated script, complaining that American sanctions haven't been relaxed. The Trump administration says the penalties will remain in place until North Korea abandons its nuclear weapons program. But the North is pointing to measures including its halting of missile tests and saying expecting results while insulting a dialogue partner is a foolish act, like waiting to see a boiled egg hatch. Chris?
A boiled egg hatch. Simon, thanks. Child killer's been executed in Tennessee.
More than 30 years after he'd raped and strangled a 7-year-old girl, Billy Ray Irick apologized last night, strapped to a gurney on the Tennessee death row, and asked if he had any final words.
He appeared to sigh and say no, and then said, "I just want to say I'm really sorry, and that's it."
AP reporter Jonathan Matisse, who witnessed the execution, the Supreme Court yesterday refused a challenge to Tennessee's lethal injection mix. Attorneys had claimed the sedative midazolam might not mask any pain from the process, but about a minute after the execution began, Irick was unconscious and snoring. Jack Callahan, Fox News.
At least 4 people are reported killed in a shooting in Fredericton, Canada. No other details available yet. Fox News, fair and balanced.
And the latest news from Fox News Radio right here on your Fox News radio station for Southeast Georgia, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Well, good morning. Butch Hubbard here with you on the Big Dog. Going to be a busy day today. Wayne County girls softball there at Barbara Struckoff Field this afternoon. And then, of course, tonight, start at 7 o'clock, we'll have the broadcast of the Wayne County Hilton Head scrimmage football game. We encourage you to get out there and support the Jackets. Tickets are $8 each. Get out there and support the Jackets and pack the stadium there at JC Stadium and cheer your Yellow Jackets on to victory. 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Day Radio. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, your weekend weather forecast.
If you want the deal of the year on the truck of the year, better get the Baxley. Not only do we include a free lifetime powertrain warranty with nearly every vehicle sold, we also include some free complimentary maintenance. Gas engines come with 4 free oil changes. Diesels come with 2. And you ain't got to take a tater and wait. Our service is quick.
Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum Super Duties are rolling out with $8,000 off MSRP when you finance with Ford.
18 F-150 XLT, finance with Ford and get up to $11,500 cash back. $12,000 for Farm Bureau members. Come on and talk to us.
Or hey, choose to get that F-150 XLT. Finance with Ford and get $8,000 cash back. Plus 0% for 60-month financing. Click WoodyFolsomFord.com or get in here and talk to us. Nearly 500 new Ford trucks on the ground in this town. Better get to Baxley today.
Boogity, boogity, baby.
For the best breakfast, lunch, or dinner in town, come to Western Sizzlin' in Jesup. They have the best hand-cut steaks that are flame-kissed to make them tender and juicy, and then they cover them with their legendary Gold Dust seasoning. The flavor is unbeatable. Also, they have their huge lunch and dinner buffet, and don't forget about their breakfast buffet Thursday through Sunday mornings. So the place to come eat today is Western Sizzlin', located at the corner of 1st Street and Sunset Boulevard in Jesup.
Jones Prescription Shop, just like the Atlanta Braves, have all the bases covered. From shingles and flu shots to prescriptions and all of your pharmaceutical needs. Stop by and see pharmacist Myron Anderson and the friendly staff, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6:30 and Saturday 9 to 1. Jones Prescription Shop, 101 Peachtree Street. Call 427-8825. 427-8825. Jones Prescription Shop, official pharmacy sponsor of Atlanta Braves baseball on WIFO and WLOP.
And since we got Wayne County football this tonight on right here on 105.5 FM, the Atlanta Braves back at home at SunTrust Park taking the Milwaukee Brewers tonight. That game will begin at, let's see here, at 6:10 on AM 1370 The Buzz, WLOP, our sister station, Fox Sports Radio, 1370 AM The Buzz, WLOP. It'll begin at 6:10 with a leadoff show, first pitch at 7:35. So the Braves on AM 1370 The Buzz this afternoon starting at 6:10. All right, let's take a look at your weather forecast for Wayne and surrounding counties. Just a scorcher of a weekend. I mean, really right and slap in the middle here, dog days of summer. 95 today, 95 tomorrow, 95 on Sunday. Heat index each day over 100, 106 today, 105 tomorrow. Sunday they hadn't quite determined yet. But we do have a 30% chance of showers today and tomorrow, 40% on Sunday. Each day partly sunny to sunny. The Altamaha River level is at 9.4 feet and falling. Currently 75 degrees here in southeast Georgia. And looking at the tides, there was a high tide about an hour ago, so the tide's slowly turning around now. Low tide this afternoon on Jekyll and St. Simons around 2 o'clock. Low tide this afternoon around 2. The next high tide just before sunset, so we'll have a high tide around 8:05 this afternoon. Sunset at 8:15. And that is your weather forecast for Wayne and surrounding counties right here on Big Dog Country, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Coming up in just a little bit, you'll have a chance to win a family 4-pack, 4 tickets. 4 free tickets to Wild Adventures Park. We'll do that real soon here on the Big Dog. Right now, let's check in with Focus on the Family Commentary, brought to you by your hometown new and used car dealership, Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC here in Jesup.
Totally transparent car buying. With Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC live market pricing, know for certain you're buying at the low market price. We constantly monitor multiple auto and competitor websites to always offer the most aggressive market prices. No games, no gimmicks, no kidding. That's why Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC is the home of the no-hassle deal. Skip the runaround and discover the difference of truly transparent buying on every new and pre-owned vehicle every day. We're online just like you, and we continuously scan pricing on hundreds of vehicles to update prices in real time. At Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, know for certain that our live market price is the low market price. Experience a new and totally transparent way to buy with live market pricing.
Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, home of the no-hassle deal.
Chevy, find new roads.
I heard a story about a little boy in London, England, in the mid-1800s. He was homeless and roamed the city's dirty streets, looking for food and shelter. One day, he learned that a well-known preacher, D.L. Moody, would be speaking across town. And desperate for hope, the little boy walked for blocks through filthy gutters until he found the church. He was so excited to hear Dr. Moody preach that he ran up the steps to the door. But just as he turned the handle, a man grabbed the boy and spun him around and said, "Where do you think you're going? You're too dirty to go inside. Go on your way." The boy was crushed and started to cry. Right about that time, another man walked up and saw the grimy little boy, with tears streaming down his cheeks. He said, "Son, what's wrong?" The little boy told him, "I wanted to hear the preacher, but I'm too dirty to go inside." The big man stretched out his hand and ushered the boy through the front door and right down the aisle to the front row. Then the man climbed the platform and began to preach. The man was D.L. Moody himself. That night, D.L. Moody modeled how to make a lasting impact in the world. You practice what you preach. He taught people to have love and compassion for the least of these, and then he went and lived it out. When you love your fellow man like that, you don't just talk about change, you become the change. For more to help you thrive, visit FocusOnTheFamily.com. I'm Jim Daly.
Focus on the Family Commentary brought to you by Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, located on Highway 341 South here in Jesup. Good morning. It's 8:41. 8:41 on this 10th day of August. We do appreciate you waking up and tuning in with a Big Dog. Coming up next, we'll have news from the Georgia News Network, so we'll see what's happening here in the state of Georgia. We've got the giveaway coming up in a few minutes of a family 4-pack, 4 free passes to Wild Adventures Park. Take a quick look at sports, what happened on this day in history, and then the very best in country music, your favorite country music, coming your way starting at 9:03. Now, Piggly Wiggly in Jesup's got a big party going on. It's their second anniversary celebration. That's right, the Pig's been open 2 years here in Jesup. They're on West Cherry Street, and they got some great specials for you to say thank you for making their first 2 years here in town such a success. So head to Piggly Wiggly for these great specials. Fresh Lean ground chuck, just $2.48 a pound. Fresh Boston butt pork roast, just $1.18 a pound. Fresh chicken drumsticks or thighs, only 88 cents a pound. You can get 5 2-liters now, 5 2-liters of Coca-Cola products, Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, that kind of stuff. 5 2-liters for just $5. And one of the best ice creams out there, you can get the big half-gallon container. This isn't one of the little small things. This is the big half-gallon container. You can get 2 half-gallon containers of Bluebell ice cream. Get 2 half-gallon containers for only $9. And that's just a sample. Seedless watermelons, just $2.98 each. So if you want some great specials, shop the second anniversary celebration going on right now at your Jesup Piggly Wiggly on West Cherry Street. You can always go to the website at thepig.net, thepig.net. Click on the Jesup location. You'll see all the great second anniversary deals and specials. Best thing to do is just head on down there, walk in the Pig, pick you up a circuit, and walk around. Have yourself a good time saving money on all these second anniversary prices and all the great deals you're going to find right now during the sale at your Jesup Piggly Wiggly. 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country, WIFO. The time now is 8:43, and coming up in just a couple of minutes, we'll check in with state news from the Georgia News Network.
Smart Physical Therapy in Jesup has moved. They're now located at 360 Peachtree Street next door to Wayne Family Practice. Smart Physical Therapy specializes in manual therapy to reduce pain in your joints, as well as advanced strengthening for surgical and non-surgical conditions. Among other manual therapy treatments, they also offer dry needling. If you have any questions, call or come by anytime. Smart Physical Therapy offers free consultations. When you're in the need for therapy, see Garrett Pye or Nick Childs at Smart Physical Therapy. Give them a call at 559-2071. 559-2071, or go by and see them in their new office at 360 Peachtree Street across the street from Dr. Spinola and Dr. Hendricks. They're next door to Wayne Family Practice behind the Jesup Hospital. And remember, it's your choice on where you want to have therapy. Choose Smart Physical Therapy in Jesup. Call them at 559-2071. 559-2071. Smart Physical Therapy, 360 Peachtree Street in Jesup.
Summer's here. Are you ready? At First Franklin Financial, we can help make this your best summer ever. Spruce up that old car, make your home shine, or take that family vacation you've always dreamed about. Whatever you've dreamed about, we can help make it happen with loans for any need, large or small. Just stop by and see the friendly Franklin folks at 1074 North Macon Street. We're located in the plaza next to Walmart, or give us a call at 912-427-4237, 427-4237. That's 427-4237. Apply online at www.1ffc.com. All loans are subject to our liberal credit policy and limitations, if any. First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLSR number 141654. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
From the Georgia 811 Call Before You Dig News Center, I'm Mark Woolsey with the Georgia News Network. New Mexico officials say it could take weeks to identify the remains of a small child found buried Monday in the northern New Mexico desert. The Albuquerque Journal says that the medical investigator thinks decomposition is making the job tough. The remains are suspected to be those of Abdul Ghani Wahaj, a Clayton County boy allegedly abducted by his father Siraj and taken to a compound near Taos. He and several adults were arrested last week after 11 malnourished kids were found there. The body of a soldier who died in the Korean War 67 years ago has been returned to his hometown of Toccoa in northeast Georgia. The remains were escorted through Hall County this morning. Sheriff spokesman Derek Booth there has some background on Corporal Terrell Fuller.
He was reported missing in action back on February 12th of 1951.
His remains were returned by North Korea in 1990 and just recently identified. An assistant elementary school principal in coastal Georgia's Glenn County has been arrested on child molestation charges. WSAV-TV says Eric Cabrera was picked up by the Glenn County Police last night. Georgia's getting more than $100 million to put into crime victim services, part of a larger amount nationwide. Attorney General Jeff Sessions made the announcement in Macon today. A Georgia Little League team is headed to the Little League World Series.
Georgia hasn't had a team in the series since 2011, but the team from Peachtree City has pulled it off.
The Southeast champions earned their spot by beating a team from Virginia 3-0 yesterday. There are plenty of games ahead, and Peachtree City's first one will be in Williamsport, Virginia on August the 17th. 3 teams from Georgia have won the World Series before. The last time that happened was in 2007. Matt Cook, GNN News.
I'm Mark Woolsey with the Georgia News Network.
And the latest state news right here on WIFO Information Radio. We let you know what's happening, what's going on, and what's coming up. Keep tuned in to 105.5 FM in Jesup for the latest news and information. Be in the know. Listen to WIFO. And they got a special weekend at the Wayne County Farmers Market. Wayne County Farmers Market celebrates National Farmers Market Week. And today, August 10th. And children will receive I Love Farmers Market tattoos and one Pop Kids Club coupon for $2 to spend with a vendor of their choice, hours from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. today and tomorrow. During National Farmers Market Week, being celebrated at the Wayne County Farmers Market on North 1st Street in Jesup. Each day, today and tomorrow, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., all kinds of local and area fresh fruits and vegetables, fresh wild Georgia shrimp, organic meats, farm fresh eggs, local Wayne County lettuce, morning glory, raw milk, jam and jelly, baked goods, arts and crafts, and so much more. So make sure you go to your Wayne County Farmers Market today and tomorrow as they celebrate National Farmers Market Week from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. today and tomorrow. 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. Now, they got a big wing ding going on down there at Wild Adventures Park in Valdosta next weekend, the 18th and 19th of August, the 18th and 19th of August, Saturday and Sunday, the next weekend. Wild Adventures theme park in Valdosta transform into barbecue country. It's 2 whole days of slow-cooked goodness, twangy tunes, and the best grilled teams in the South, competing to win $10,000. Next Saturday on August 18th, you can come for free barbecue samples and cast votes for your favorite teams. On Sunday, the 19th, judges from the Florida Barbecue Association will crown the champions, and all weekend long experience live country music throughout the park. And so that's 18th and 19th of August. And right now we're going to give away a family 4-pack to the theme park, Wild Adventures Park in Valdosta, and the certificate's good through August 19th. So if you have not won any Wild Adventure tickets from Big Dog Country Radio, you can call in. But if you have won in the past 30 days, please sit back and let somebody else win. We'd like to spread the winning around. So if you would like to win a family 4-pack, 4 free tickets to Wild Adventures Park that are good, the certificate's good through August 19th, 4 free passes, head to your phone right now and give me a call at 427-3711 or 427-3712. 427-3711 or 427-3712. And I'll take caller lucky 7. Caller lucky 7 win 4 free passes to Wild Adventures Park. The certificate is good through August 19th. Call now and good luck.
Let me be clear, very clear. When you have over 500 new vehicles on the ground, you have got to clear. And that's exactly what we're doing at the summer clearance event. Woody Folsom Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is clearing 18 model Rams at up to 20% off MSRP. Jeeps are clearing too. 18 Jeep Renegades, $5,000 off MSRP, or choose 0% for 72 months. Your choice.
Let's clear up something else. We always kick in our free lifetime powertrain warranty with nearly every new and used vehicle we sell. All you got to do is talk to us. So talk to us.
Let's be clear. In addition to the lifetime warranty, Woody gives you 4 complimentary oil changes with your gas engine vehicle purchase, or 2 oil changes on the diesel. Free maintenance. Why would you buy anywhere else?
18 model Rams at up to 20% off MSRP. 18 model Rams at up to 20% off MSRP. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. And your dealer is Woody Folsom Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Backsley. Like Billy said, why would you buy anywhere else?
This is Charles Huffman at Jesup Housing Outlet. If you haven't been to Jesup Housing Outlet lately, you're missing out on a large selection of new and exciting floor plans from the nation's top manufacturers like Clayton, Fleetwood, Scott Built, and Homes of Merit. All of our homes feature modern kitchens and appliances, R60 and higher insulation values, thermopane windows, and energy-efficient heat pumps. We have 2 locations to serve you, 2452 Savannah Highway in Jesup and Highway 301 South between I-16 and the bypass in Statesboro. Come see Charles, Faye, or Sherida today.
Well, a very excited Bridget Todd Very excited. Bridget Todd just won 4 free passes to Wild Adventures Park. So congratulations to Bridget Todd. And her and 3 other people will be headed to Wild Adventures Park, having themselves a good old time. And we'll give away some more next week. So keep it tuned in to 105.5 FM in Jesup for your chance to win all kinds of free stuff, and especially passes to Wild Adventures Park. Congratulations to Bridget Todd. She's our winner. 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. We do appreciate you tuning in. Going to be just hot, muggy days today, tomorrow, Sunday, high of 95 each day. Heat index of about 104, 5, 6, somewhere along in there. And so just be careful when you're outside, all right? Just be very careful when you're outside over the next few days, because it's going to be extremely hot and muggy and that kind of stuff. High each day of around 95, heat index over 100, about a 30% chance of showers today and tomorrow, and 40% on Sunday. The Ottawa River level is at 9.4 feet and falling. 8:53 here on your Georgia Southern Eagle football radio station for Southeast Georgia. The Eagles always fly high every single Saturday during football season, so tune in to 105.5 FM in Jesup for your opportunity to listen to Georgia Southern Eagle football right here on 105.5 FM. And right now we're going to take a quick look at sports.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on Big Dog Country 105.5. The Atlanta Braves fell to the Washington Nationals 6-3 Thursday afternoon, splitting the 4-game series. Braves got a solo home run from Nick Markakis and Ronald Acuna Jr. Dansby Swanson had an RBI. Anibal Sanchez pitched just 2 innings, leaving the game after he was hit in the left calf. Wes Parsons, in his major league debut, took the loss in relief. The Atlanta Falcons will open up their preseason schedule tonight. They're in New York to take on the Jets. Starters will play on a case-by-case basis, some lasting only 1 series. Kicker Matt Bryant and offensive tackle Ty Sambrailo will not play. Defensive end Tack McKinley will dress and be available as he's coming off shoulder surgery. PGA Championship, Gary Woodland leads at Bellerive Country Club in St. Louis, opening with a 6-under par 64. That is good for a 1-shot lead over Ricky Fowler. Get 6 months of Apple Music free with the official Vehicles of Summer from Jeep. I'm Tony Desiri, Big Dog Country 105.5.
Your car's engine deals with pressures that can cause intense friction that can
waste up to 10% of engine performance.
Power up with Castrol Edge with fluid titanium technology. It's 3 times stronger than leading oils against viscosity breakdown. Buy 5 quarts of Castrol Edge and a Purolator Boss filter for $32.99 at Advance or participating CarQuest Auto Parts stores. 3 times stronger based on Kurt Orban test. 5W30 disc grade.
It's no secret around here. I like things my way. My way keeps our customers happy. My way keeps us on budget. My way keeps this place running. And my way means ordering from Grainger. They've got what we need when we need it. With simplified checkout, dedicated customer reps, and knowledgeable product experts, I can order online, on the phone, or at a branch the way I like it. My way. When it comes to effortless ordering, Grainger's got your back. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Big Dog Country Radio, 105.5 FM in Jesup, WIFO. Tune in tomorrow morning, as you can every single Saturday morning, for Scott Shannon's America's Greatest Hits. Hear those oldies, classic hits, classic rock songs from the late 70s, 80s, and early 90s. And not only do you get to hear the songs, you get to hear the stories behind them, and also interviews with the singers and the artists and the bands. You'll love it. I know I do. Every single Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 12 noon, Scott Shannon's America's Greatest Hits. The time now is 8:56. Coming your way in just a couple of minutes. We're going to see what happened on this day in history right here on 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO.
One of the things I like about Woody Folsom is he don't forget who his friends are. That's right, Mama. I tell you what, some of them old car guys out there just forget what they quoted you and start making stuff up. One of them's so dadgum bad, he's done got overdrawn at the memory bank.
Not gonna happen at Woody Folsom Overflow in Jesup. These guys rock. They sell every car like they were selling it to their daddy and service every vehicle like it belonged to their mama.
That's the way we do business. And now, in addition to the free lifetime powertrain warranty that comes with nearly every vehicle we sell, we also get you some free maintenance. Buy any gas-burning vehicle and your first 4 oil changes are complimentary. 2 if it's diesel. All you got to do is talk to us.
Lim Tootin here, proud to be Woody's Jesup General Manager. Nobody sells for less.
Get in here and make us prove it.
Woody Folsom Overflow, North 1st Street in Jesup. We want you happy.
Man, them boys is hotter than a pot of neck bones. I like me some neck bones now.
Get yours today. The WIFO WLOP Football Pocket Schedule. Keep up with the complete football schedules for Wayne County Yellow Jackets, Georgia Southern Eagles, University of Georgia Bulldogs, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, Atlanta Falcons, and Jacksonville Jaguars. The Big Dog Country and Fox Sports Radio football pocket schedules are free and are available at Jones Drugs and Jones Prescription Shop, Jesup Western Sizzlin', David's Clothing, Interstate Credit Union, Murphy's Builder Supply, Neesmith Chevy Buick GMC, and Kitchen Tune-Up located inside your Jesup Cedar store. Pick up your free WIFO WLOP football pocket schedule at any of those locations. That way you'll know what's going on each and every football weekend. Your sports leaders for Southeast Georgia, Big Dog Country, WIFO 105.5 FM, and Fox Sports Radio, WLOP 1370 AM The Buzz. Bringing you exciting live play-by-play football action all season long.
Today in history.
1981, Pete Rose set the National League hit record.
There's Rose swings. There it is! Get out! Get out! All right! Hit number 4192.
Way to blow the call. There it is, Guy. In 1984, the first PG-13 movie was released, Red Dawn.
Wolverines! 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 Wolverines!
That's all you need to know about Red Dawn Wolverines. And in 1934, Babe Ruth announced that he was retiring.
They flew the flags at half-mast at Yankee Stadium when Babe Ruth left. George Herman Ruth, the Bambino, the Sultan of SWAT.
Today in history.
The Sultan of SWAT. Yes, sirree. Babe Ruth. What a player. All right, 95 today, 95 tomorrow, 95 Sunday. Heat index over 100, 30 to 40% chance of showers each day. The automotive was at 9.4 feet and falling. Wayne County girls softball this afternoon, 4 o'clock at Barbara Struckoff Field. Get out there and support the girls' Yellow Jacket softball team. If you can't make it, we'll have it for you right here on 105.5 FM beginning at 3:50. And then starting at 7 o'clock, Wayne County football scrimmage game as they host Hilton Head. And our coverage will begin at 7 o'clock. We encourage you to get out there and pack the stadium, support the Jackets. But if you can't make it, we'll have it for you right here on 105.5 FM. You're listening to WIFO FM in Jesup. It is 9 o'clock.
Be happy, be cool, or be suspended without pay. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's President Trump's message to NFL players after two more took a knee during the national anthem of the preseason game. The president tweeted,
You're just sitting there looking at me on your phone. Fell asleep.
From the NFL.
Sam Darnold. Tony Dungy joining us. Deion Sanders here, the man cave.
To MLB.
Indians manager Terry Francona. Clayton Kershaw.
To NBA.
Steph, how are you this morning? Or Anthony Davis. Brad Stevens, who joins us on the program.
Dan Patrick in the morning.
Ready, set, go.
The Dan Patrick Show starts right now. Welcome to the Dan Patrick Show.
This is the type of bleep that gets you bleeped up in the streets.
Running the streets.
They own our country.
Since at least
2007? Sure, why not? 2007. That sound definitive? I can't confirm that.
Dan Patrick.
It was confirmed. That's a long time ago.
Dan brings you the biggest guests and the best interviews heard on radio.
The definition of surgery is the treatment of injuries or disorders of the body by incision or manipulation.
Also, the never-ending debate about what constitutes surgery.
I would say that you had a procedure. Oh, wow. Let's bring in Michael McCann.
That's a surgery in my book.
All right, that's all we wanted you to help us with. We appreciate it.
Talk to my lawyer.
Michael McCann, legal expert at Sports Illustrated.
Broadcasting from the Mercedes Man Cave, this is Dan Patrick.
Made it to a Friday, and it's a Meat Friday at that. Welcome to the program. Gang's all here, ready to go. Dan and the Danettes, Dan Patrick Show. A lot of topics, a lot of NFL from last night. Check in on Andrew Luck coming up in a little bit. Nobody really cares who wins or loses NFL preseason games. By the way, I think the Browns went undefeated last year in the preseason. There is one fan base who probably wants to hold a parade after last night. Well, maybe two. Maybe the Cleveland Browns fans would like to do that. But certainly the Indianapolis Colts, they finally saw Andrew Luck play 2 series of real football. And he was throwing a real football in a real preseason game. And he hadn't played in almost 600 days because of that lingering shoulder injury. But he looked good. And more importantly, he got sacked once, and he got up after he got sacked. Like, it's the small things we're looking at with Andrew Luck, going, oh, he threw the ball 20 yards. Hey, look, he got sacked, and he got back up. This is the guy, the number 1 pick overall, sure thing, going to be a Hall of Famer. And he had 3 very successful seasons, but then injuries slowed down what seemed like a Hall of Fame-type career. So now he gets to start over. He's got a young team. They improve the offensive line. They're still a very nondescript team. I mean, you got a tight end who's good, Jack Doyle, and you've got T.Y. Hilton. After that, that's about it. But if Luck is healthy, I'm not sure what's around him, but it is exciting to have Andrew Luck back. Just get him through the preseason, no setbacks, and hopefully he picks up where he left off and he gets to start opening week of the regular season. Because you forget how good he was. And that shoulder injury, he had doubt. And I remember one of his former teammates said this. They didn't know if he was ever going to play again. So that was the inside story. You can imagine Andrew Luck nervous, probably to go out there and just get hit again. And a lot of players will tell you that. Even quarterbacks, you just sort of want to get into the flow of the game again. But if you're a quarterback who has been injured and hadn't played in almost 2 years, do you want to get hit right away? He got hit, got sacked, got back up, but he looked like, and the one thing I look for when it comes to quarterbacks, whether you're a veteran, whether you're coming back from an injury, whether you're a rookie, is what kind of composure do you have? Like watching Baker Mayfield last night, there was composure. Now, there's creativity, there's composure, competitiveness. I just wanted to see how his teammates reacted to him. And you saw that last night. Baker Mayfield looked comfortable there. I know that all indications are that he's not going to be starting, at least starting the season as the number 1 quarterback. But it has to give you some confidence. If you're a Browns fan, you took him number 1 overall. And you know at least you got a guy who can compete. There's going to be the comparisons. There are comparisons this morning, even last night. Boy, he looks like a young Drew Brees. There's more Brett Favre in him than Drew Brees, in my opinion. Because Brees is from the pocket. Favre was not. And I think what happens is you go, well, he's a 6-foot white guy. He's got to be Drew Brees. No, not the way he plays. His style is different than Drew Brees. Drew Brees is a pocket quarterback. I mean, he's in the pocket. That's where he makes his money. That's where he does his damage. Mayfield, he can be there in the pocket, but also when he was able to escape a couple times, rolling to his right, and he made a couple throws. But it was fun to watch. And then there's Saquon Barkley. Oh, he did the wrong thing. Big mistake on Saquon Barkley's, his first carry. You can't run for 39 yards. I mean, you set the bar too high. Yeah, see.
So next time he's going to have a 15-yard run, it's like, that's it?
Yeah, that's it. He's half as good as he was in his first
down, but it's not that great.
Yeah, don't have those expectations up too high. Yeah, Paul.
He eased up on his next 3 carries. He ran for 3 yards.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Right. Pace yourself.
Yeah.
I think the best way to start something like that is to, sort of break away and get open in a hole and then trip and fall. And they're like, oh, man, see? He's got it. He found the space. If he just didn't trip there, he would have ran all the way.
Yeah, he's got that explosiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul.
Nick Chubb, the rookie out of Georgia who plays for the Browns, he knows how to do it. 15 carries, 11 yards.
Yeah.
It's all uphill from here.
There are a lot of people who look at Nick Chubb and say he could be that sneaky rookie of the year. The problem is I don't think the offensive line is great. So, if no Joe Thomas in there and you got a rookie running back, Nick Chubb might have some tough sledding here this season. Until that offensive line looks like they weren't able to block. They didn't have any running game there. But Mayfield made some plays there. But, yeah, watching Saquon Barkley, that was fun. Just to see that, didn't look like there was much there. Bounced outside for 39 yards.
Yeah, Paul.
What do you think the Browns starting quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, is thinking? He goes 5 for 5 for a touchdown, plays flawlessly, and every headline on every website is Baker Mayfield makes his debut. 11 for 20. Like Tyrod Taylor, man, that's a weird position.
Well, and Tyrod Taylor's not a self-promoter. He's an interesting story, but, we've already told this story. He was a backup in the Ravens, 5 years with Joe Flacco, and then got his chance, and then surprised some people, and then got surprised by Nate Peterman replacing him, and he lost his starting job. For a team that's a playoff team, he lost his starting job there, and then all of a sudden he is allowed to seek employment elsewhere as he goes to the Cleveland Browns. That story we're done with. Now we move on to the new one with Baker Mayfield. Josh Allen, Buffalo has 3 quarterbacks who can play. I'm a little bit higher on Nate Peterman than most people. I was when he came into the draft. A.J. McCarron, I'm probably a little higher on him than most people are. And then you got Josh Allen. So there's 3 quarterbacks there, and it comes back to, what did you see when you see a rookie quarterback out there? That's all I want to know. How do you feel? Do you know what you're doing? Did you line up behind the guard and not the center? How did you sound when you were calling out plays? Did you audible? How do your teammates respond to you? Because, you're going against a first team, second team. Sometimes you're going against guys who aren't going to make the roster. Here was another thing to keep an eye on. Darius Geis, who is the running back for the Redskins. Do you realize that Vegas has him third highest odds for Rookie of the Year? So Saquon Barkley, Baker Mayfield Jr. the third, and Darius Geis. Now, Geis fell, I think he was 59th pick overall, something like that. But he fell because, there were concerns about his maturity. I saw an interview. I was watching the Redskins, preseason show. Of course, I have nothing going on in my life.
Dude.
I was flipping through the other day, and it was like the Redskins Report or something. And they had a sit-down interview with Geis. And he's a fun kid, colorful kid. He says, hey, I got to get out here and sign autographs. That's what we're supposed to do. And so I'm watching that. Take a little extra interest in the kid out of LSU. Yeah, Paulie.
What did you watch after that? The Sacramento Kings Summer Report?
I would if it was on. But I'm flipping through. I got too many channels. I do. I have way too many channels. But I'm flipping through and I see, Redskins Report. All right, let me see what you got.
The Ottawa Senators Coaches Show in August.
Oh, yeah. Sad existence, but no. I was surprised that he was third highest odds or best odds for Rookie of the Year. Yeah, McLovin.
Yeah, in fantasy drafts, him and Saquon flip-flop. Because Geis is they're putting everything on him there.
Yeah, but he got hurt.
I know. So what's
he got an MRI.
You're hoping your fantasy draft was not yet.
Yeah.
But it comes out this morning. The Redskins are desperate. I mean, what have they had to be excited about in recent years after RG3 got hurt?
Well, you got Alex Smith. Cousins a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but Geis got hurt, and there's an MRI. He says he's fine, but I was surprised that he's the third pick for Rookie of the Year. Yeah, McLeod.
But knees, can you walk off and be fine and feel fine and still have an ACL injury? That was what was confusing. People are talking, he's walking around fine, but they're still waiting for an MRI.
Well, there's adrenaline, too. So that I'd have to factor that in of, when, today, he's going to get a better idea of how injured that knee is, of just how it feels for him. And then you have the MRI. But then you don't fool anybody after that. But hopefully it's just a sprain, and Darius Geis will be able to play for the Redskins this year. Trying to think if there was anything else. The Andrew Luck I was really curious about, and Baker Mayfield. We do have some sound from Andrew Luck following his return to football.
It can use some work, I think.
Yep, that's it. He can still use some work there. Got some more Andrew Luck there?
I really had fun. I really enjoyed it. Like I've told you guys earlier, I didn't quite know how much fun, if I would have this much fun again practicing football. I didn't know if I'd have this much fun again playing football. And it's a preseason game, I'm not going to overblow anything or blow anything out of proportion, but it's still a game, and it's still a chance to go up against another color jersey, and it was a fun step along the way.
He's so much fun. He really is. I mean, he's just a goofy, great quarterback. He's just different. He's fun. Like him. Here's Baker Mayfield Jr. the third on his night last night.
I think command of the whole offense in general, being able to say they play in the huddle and just slow it down for me and not having to think about the whole thing as I'm getting lined up, see it and see what the defense is giving me, so I'm able to eliminate things quicker. And so that's what you really want to do when you're getting up to the line. The great quarterbacks are able to have that elimination process very quickly. They know exactly where they want to go with the ball, and then something happens, they can instantly go to that second read or whatever it is. So that's something I'm working on, but I think that's the biggest progress I've made.
Yeah, he looked good. It looked like his offense, or he treated it like it was his offense. By the way, we'll check in with the Colts, one of their beat reporters, on what he saw last night with Andrew Luck. We'll talk about Kelvin Benjamin and Cam Newton crossing paths. That didn't go well. A lot of body language there. There was also this moment, WBZ Channel 4 and New England. This is a halftime interview with Bill Belichick, being Bill Belichick.
Well, joining me now is Patriot head coach Bill Belichick. And, Coach, preseason football is not about winning or losing. But what do you hope to get out of the first half?
We need to do pretty much everything better, just not good enough in any area.
Was it good to see good situational football scoring at the end of the half anyway?
Yeah, about 38 seconds of good football.
You had a lot to get going on.
All right.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. That's Patriot head coach Bill Belichick. Guys, let's go back up to you.
Yeah. Wouldn't you just dread that? Like you're watching the seconds tick down at the end of the first half, and you get now. Everybody gets two questions. The coaches know when you get interviewed, it's two questions, and that's two questions with the NBA. It's two questions with the NFL. I don't know what you could ask that he's going to give you an answer. Because if you say, "What did you see in the first half, Coach?" You saw it. No. Nothing. We didn't play well. Yeah, see.
I thought he got 38 seconds of good football out of him. That's a great answer.
No, there's 38 seconds total start to finish with that clip.
No, but he says, Bill Belichick in the clip says, about 38 seconds of good football. Great.
I thought that was the length of the interview.
No, that was 30 seconds, which includes the intro-outro. Includes intro-outro,
Yeah.
where he throws it back to the
Okay.
studio.
I thought that's what you meant. Like, you got 38 good seconds.
He's like, great, 38 seconds of good football.
He'll never be happy. Yeah, Paulie.
The guys who cover Popovich would kill for an interview that clean. That actually went pretty well for that reporter.
Yeah.
He did 2 and out, stayed out of his way.
Wow, whoa, slow down, Coach. You're way too revealing here. Dan Patrick Show brought to you by True Car. They show you what other people paid for the car you want so you can recognize a good price. When you're ready to buy a new or used car, visit True Car and enjoy a more confident car buying experience. What happens is there's an overreaction usually on the local level, not necessarily national. You're going to have the local media looking at players, might be a guy who is a second-team player, maybe there's a rookie, maybe there's a free agent. You'll get more reaction like that. We sort of take the top off of all of this and go, oh, Baker Mayfield, and you'll go Saquon Barkley, just like I did here in the last 15 minutes. Andrew Luck. So you're taking the top off these stories, the headlines that you have, but it's the local media that they're going to be looking at and going, is this Callaway kid got his head on straight to be able to play for the Cleveland Browns? Like the Cleveland Browns, I have a great curiosity for them, with them, because I'm not sure they have talent. And you might bring in Des Bryant today. And we're not sure about Josh Gordon. This kid Callaway's already been in trouble a couple of times. He was trouble coming into the Cleveland Browns camp. Like, those are the players that I don't think you should be taking a chance on in this situation. Because the last thing you need is, now Josh Gordon, I think you owe it to him that he's trying to get himself straight to bring him back. But I don't want to bring in at-risk guys. Like, you need to move forward, have momentum, have some guys who are all in, and not where you wake up one day and go, where's such and such? And that's a trap sometimes you get because you want to get better and you want to get better quickly, and you're going to take some chances here. Cleveland's not in that situation. If you're 8-8 and you want to take some chances in the offseason, fine. But you didn't win a game, and you need positives moving forward. You got some. You might have a good running back in Chubb. You might have your future quarterback here. You got a good tight end. Maybe you're going to, find some guys who can be there for the long haul. Because if you look at the draft picks, It's been really, really dry up until the last 2 years where you had quarterbacks who were able to stick on that roster. All right, we'll check in with the Colts. We'll come up with a poll question, stat of the day, play of the day, all of that coming up here on this Meat Friday. 17 after the hour, Dan Patrick Show. Here's some exciting news. Simply Safe is now valued at $1 billion. This company used to be just 5 guys working together. Now they protect over 2 million people. Simply Safe's system is easy to use, incredibly intuitive, and takes just minutes to set up. No contracts, no hidden fees, 24/7 monitoring, $14.99 a month. Visit simplysafedan.com.